Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Now the updates. Former Anambra governor faces prosecution in U.S. court for killing Ipob members. Now, the immediate past governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, is currently facing prosecution in a U.S. court for killing Ipob members when he was the governor of Anambra State. Now, 5 Ipob members were killed under his watch, and the women, the wives of these deceased persons, have dragged Obiano to court, a U.S. court. And so, the document that was obtained by Sahara reporters on Friday indicates that the wife of the deceased, who have been identified as Jane Does 1 to 5, are seeking damages under the Torture Victim Protection Act against Willie Obiano for the extrajudicial killings under color of Nigerian law by Nigerian military forces under defendants, that's Obiano's command and control of their husbands, identified as John Does 1 to 5. That is it. So the case was filed through their legal representatives. That's Bruce Fain, who is also the lawyer to Onyendu, who based in US. Now, Bruce Fain has argued that the US court has jurisdiction to entertain the matter because the plaintiff brought the matter under US law, Torture Victim Protection Act of 1991, and that the defendant, that's Willie Obiano, is now a resident of Texas. Now, according to the document, during his tenure as governor of Anambra State, Obiano possessed command responsibility and effective control over the Nigerian soldiers, complicit in the extrajudicial killing of John Does and acting in concert with former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari on all his agents. Now, the court document read, I quote, "On October 23, 2020, John Doe No. 1 was attending a peaceful Ipob rally in Nnewi, Anambra State, under the government of defendant Obiano to support the restoration of Biafra sovereignty. He was shot dead by Nigerian military forces under the command and control of defendant Obiano under color of Nigerian law in a prominent market square where the Biafran demonstrators had peacefully gathered. About 7 truckloads of heavily armed Nigerian military men stormed the market square and began indiscriminately shooting at Ipob demonstrators, killing at least 13, including John Doe No. 1. The government of Nigeria has refused to investigate the extrajudicial killing of John Doe, and seeking judicial relief in a civil suit would be futile because Nigeria's judiciary is an arm of the executive branch." In the statement of facts, the plaintiff further said, defendant Willie Obiano served as governor of Anambra State in Nigeria from 2014 to March 17, 2022. In November 2021, through his spokesman Don Adenoba, defendant revealed his intent to move to the United States when his second gubernatorial term expired on March 17, 2022. Defendant was immediately arrested for suspected corruption by Nigeria's Economic and Financial Crimes Commission upon departing office, but was released for medical reasons. Defendant came to the United States to receive medical treatment on about March 2022. During his service as governor of Anambra State, defendant Obiano possessed command, responsibility, and effective control over the Nigerian soldiers complicit in the extrajudicial killing of John Does 1 to 5 under color of Nigerian law, acting in concert with Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari or his agents. Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB) is an organization dedicated to the peaceful restoration of Biafra sovereignty extinguished a century ago in Nigeria by British military conquest in the so-called Scramble for Africa. Biafra occupies southeast Nigeria, sporting a population approximately 70 million. Biafrans are overwhelmingly Christian. They are gifted entrepreneurs and embrace democracy, including equality for women and devotion to education. The predominance of Nigeria's rich oil resources is in Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is the consensus leader of IPOB. In June 2021, while visiting Nairobi, Kenya, Mr. Kanu was kidnapped, tortured, and subject to extraordinary rendition by Nigerian authorities to Abuja on concocted charges of treason and terrorism. Mr. Kanu has been illegally imprisoned without trial in solitary confinement and denied access to the needed medical care. On July 20, 2022, the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention issued an authoritative opinion finding Mr. Kanu's detention by Nigerian authorities violated 16 human rights covenants and ordered his immediate and unconditional release. The government of Nigeria is in contempt of the working group's order. In September 2017, the government of Nigeria attempted the assassination of Anambra Kanu in his home. The Abia State High Court in Nigeria has awarded Mr. Kanu a large sum of money in damages for the assassination attempt. Nigeria has made IPOB membership or professed membership a terrorist crime. IPOB was declared a terrorist organization by President Buhari in September 2017 with no due process. Despite furious lobbying by the government of Nigeria, no other country in the world has found IPOB a terrorist organization. To profess or exhibit IPOB membership in Nigeria is like Jews forced to wear the yellow star of David on their clothing in Nazi Germany. They are immediately placed in the crosshairs of the Fulani terrorist government of Nigeria. According to the court documents, the plaintiff requests the following relief against defendant Obiano. 1. Compensatory damages for counts 1 to 5 in amounts to be determined at trial. B. Or 2. Punitive damages for counts 1 to 5 in amounts to be determined at trial. And 3. Attorney's fees. 4. Cost and prejudgment interest. And 5. Such other relief that the court finds just and proper. So that's the suit I've just read. And so that is it. Of course, when he was governor of Anambra State, IPOB faced persecution, severe persecution. Yes, killings. Yes, were noted during his regime. Regime of Governor Willie Obiano was dotted with blood of innocent Biafrans, Igbos, his own people, Anambrarians, Igbos, Southeasterners, Eastern Nigeria people, yes, were killed in the Anambra State soil when Willie Obiano was the governor. And so today, the wives of these 5 deceased, only 5 persons. Yes, he was accused of killing 5 persons. Of course, you know, many were killed during his time. But these are the ones that dragged him to court in US through Bruce Fenn, the American-based lawyer to the IPOB. And so that is it. So when you are doing things, you feel that power will remain permanent for you. We have said it. It's transient. It will one day leave you. For those who are in power today, in Anambra, in Imo, in Ebonyi, in Enugu, of course, in the entire southeastern states, okay? So this will be an eye-opener for you to serve as a deterrent, that when you leave power, you say, oh, you have evaded justice, because in Nigeria, there's no justice here. So anywhere you go, you can be apprehended. You face prosecution, yes. So for those of you who are still there or those who are coming new, look, you have to be very careful and tread with caution. Yes.